Christmas morning, we have a best of 5 tournament between 2 random teams. Really rams up the tension Christmas morning. Also makes us late every Christmas to wherever it is we're going to. Sends our mum mad, starts Christmas off with a row.
Let's rewind that. We've not got to that bit yet. Let's start at the top. Oh, okay. Welcome to Stream It. This is the film and TV podcast full of things for you to watch. I'm Conor, and this week's episode is all about, well, you're going to watch it, but you're also going to play it. Yes, a bit of a gaming special, one of my favourite video games ever. FIFA, or should I say, FC24. More on that. We're getting stuck into the world of the most famous football game in the world, and here's my speedy little rundown of what's coming up. We're going back in time using our time-travelling remote control device thing to explore some of the history of FIFA and all about the important years gone by. I also got chatting to Sean, my good friend Sean, our Fun Kids gaming expert, about how to make the most impressive team, the new elements in FC24, and just bits and bobs about what the new name FC24 means for us, and to get some, Sean bits on what he thinks about FIFA. And of course, Pete from Meg Mag is here to chat about another great game, because we're having a bit of a gaming special, Mario Kart 8. Right, let's get gaming today. So grab your popcorn, get comfy. This is Fun Kids Stream It. Now, before we delve into the history of FIFA, I better introduce you to the game. The FIFA series is, it's great. It's the best-selling sport video game of all time. It's my absolute fave as well. It's full of all your favourite football stars and all the different championships you can play through. Yes, you can play with your mates, play online, you can practice your skills, train up your players. You can actually become an actual player. Yeah, so you can become the best player on the game and pretty much beat everyone. There is so much more in this game as well, but it'll take me days to tell you everything you can do on it. So you'll have to give that a go yourself and maybe go and check it all out, because I think there's, loads of fun to be had. I think we should get exploring to tell you a bit about the fun, don't you? First off, we are travelling right back to 1993, 30 years ago. Wow. Okay, let's get that time-travelling remote thing. Still need to work out a name for that. 1993. There we go. We're off. This is the year the first FIFA game came out. It was called FIFA 94 and came out just before Christmas. I reckon that was on every Christmas list. None of the players were based on real players. The crowd couldn't move, but there were 76 different nations to play with. It was a different game to the new game today. It wasn't for another 3 years that FIFA were allowed to use the name of real players in the game. So they didn't actually have real players in the game at that time. It was just little people running around. The animation looks really bad in comparison to now, but at the time, it was just completely awesome. Like, it was the game to have. One of the funniest things to do, take a listen to this. Yeah, now imagine a football game. Yeah, imagine an actual football pitch. Imagine Erling Haaland doing this. You could run away from the referee so he couldn't give you a red card. Do you like it? Yeah, great. Maybe they should introduce that into the Premier League. You never know. Right, we should probably head to 2000 next. A big year for the FIFA game. Okay, get that time-travelling remote control. We are going to find a name, okay? It's coming. It's a time-travelling remote. Just bear with me. 2002. All right, let's go. Now this year, FIFA 2001 was released. It was the first year you could play online. Oh, yeah, something that takes over my life. You could start using hacks to win games in sneaky ways, and they introduced the power bar so you can decide how much power you wanted to shoot with. Isn't it funny that actually before 2000, you couldn't really decide any power on a shot? They just kicked it. Yeah, 2000. And the power bar was introduced. It is also the first FIFA version I ever played. It was my first introduction to FIFA, and I don't really play it anymore. Yeah, I play it loads. Right, final stop before we head back to the present. I can't go back and play old FIFA games without going back to 2013 to play my favourite version. A special year, this. Okay, time-travelling remote, where are you? There you are. Okay, 2013, 2013. Here we go! Okay, we've landed in 2013. Where do I start? This was a game for me that really, really made me fall in love with FIFA. Now, if you've played FIFA 2013, maybe you haven't, You can always get the game, by the way. It's always on sale, like second hand. Definitely check it out. It was the game which was really known for the practice skills arena, and it was known for Ronaldinho being in the practice skills arena. So basically, you could change the theme. You could play in like a city in Japan. You could play in like a jungle. You could play in like a football pitch, but you'd be Ronaldinho and you'd practice like all your skills and listen to, I have to say, one of the best FIFA soundtrack. It was known for that, and it was the reason that I fell in love with FIFA. And also as well, the gameplay was definitely the best it had ever been. The graphics on this version are way better than 2000. I mean, 13 years, loads improved. There are more modes to play with where you can do tournaments. You can actually play like the FA Cup, Champions League, there's career mode, and you could compete in different seasons with friends. I mean, how cool is that? One of the best changes specific to FIFA 13 was the start of season mode, where you can play against people who are just as good as you. You could finally play people that are as good as you. That means you're not playing boring matches against rubbish players. A bit like my good friend Sean, who we're going to catch up with a bit later. It also had a great soundtrack. I'm on Top of the World by Imagine Dragons. Oh yeah, those were the days. It's about time we head back to the present because I can't keep thinking about FIFA 13. It's just so good. Let's get back to the present, don't you think? Okay, right back in the present day. Oh, God, that time travelling, it really does take it out of you. I just wanted to let you know, I'm a West Ham supporter, and this is an FC24 FIFA Special, so I think it's important you know that. And I think it's only fair that I should get some balance before chatting more about the game, and we don't talk just West Ham. So our game expert and my good friend Sean is here, a Bristol City supporter. Yeah, not quite as good as West Ham. He may think my football choices are totally rubbish. We've heard how much I love FIFA, but Sean is a fan of many games. Why'd you like it, bud? Hello.
Hello, mate. Thanks for having me on. Also, yeah, going up the irons.
Oh, yes, up the West Ham. Yes, you see, I love to play as the old West Ham. Sean is a Bristol City fan, aren't you, Sean?
I am indeed, which I don't let influence my FIFA choices too much, just because, you know, it does hamper the enjoyment somewhat.
Okay, well, I wanted to bring you onto this podcast because I love FIFA, but we're also really good friends that have had a lot of fun on FIFA together. So what have you got for me? What did you want to bring to the FIFA Special of Stream It today?
Well, so to the FIFA Special of Stream It, I've got the 5-4-3-2-1, right? Which is where I'm going to be giving you FIFA, just bits of FIFA Sean life related to those numbers.
Oh, hold on. I'm actually just racking my brain thinking that might be a little formation I can use in the game. 5-4-3-2. Is that too many players?
That's way too many players, mate. Knowing you're the sort of rat who'd use that sort of formation with 14 players. But we'll get to that in a minute. But so this isn't like a full-on FIFA nerd-out session. I've kind of tried to come up with some stuff so all our Stream It friends, whether you're like big FIFA fans or not, can get involved with. So here's my 5, Conor. You'll like this. Anyone else listening as well, get involved with this one. So 5 is the Thorne Brothers Best of 5 at Christmas tradition.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
So I've got a little FIFA tradition with my little brother in that we buy each other the new FIFA for Christmas. And on Christmas morning, we have a best of 5 tournament between 2 random teams from League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League, and internationals. Really rams up the tension Christmas morning. Also makes us late every Christmas to wherever it is we're going to. Sends our mum mad, starts Christmas off with a row. Like Auntie Jo's got a turkey on. She's serving up spuds. Me and Ian are just grinding out Colchester Barnsley with terrible players.
See, this is the joy of FIFA. You can play it not only online, but you can play it with your siblings next to each other with 2 controllers, which it sounds like Sean does on Christmas morning. Okay.
That's me 5. 4 is on a similar theme. Is sitting playing FIFA on controllers with mates, is that like granddad chat? Am I being the old man of the podcast, being like, everyone's sat in the same room playing together? Well, if I am, then that's, my 4 is 4 mates having a nice time, which is, might be some advice from the dark ages of gaming. But we do this a lot, Conor, with our friends as well. So what we do, we get 4 of us together to all play on the same team and try and win a cup like the FA Cup or the World Cup. I think that's a really good way of playing FIFA, because we've done that in the past. We've had some cup glories, haven't we, Conor?
Yeah, we have indeed, and that is what is so fun about it. You can all play together on the same team, so like you can actually have 3, 4, 5, even more if you're all online, and you can all play on the same team. And this as well, Sean, I think this is a really good way to establish players you like, game sort of modes that you enjoy, the teams you like and why, which you can then kind of take with you throughout the game to become better, because you need to understand the actual game to be better at it, right?
Yeah, and sometimes we just use the team editor to put all of our favourite players just in the same team, just to make it more fun. And if you are like someone who prefers to play online, then you can basically just do pro clubs, which is essentially that, but online, and you sort of create your own character. But if you're not online, or you prefer having your mates around, the four mates having a nice time to win one of the trophies offline is good fun. My three tips for Ultimate Team. Here we go. Ultimate Teamers, hardcore FIFA players will know Ultimate Team. It's essentially like the trading card game in the thing. You're opening packs, you're trying to build your dream squad. This year, for the first time, the female players are in there, which adds a whole new dimension to the thing. You can play as like classic players, icons like David Beckham, Ronaldinho, who you mentioned earlier. So my 3 tips for Ultimate Team, I'm going to hit you with them really fast. 1, I reckon don't buy packs. You don't need to buy packs. You don't need to be spending your real pocket money on this stuff. You can definitely get good players by just playing the game normally. You don't have to be wasting your money on packs. My second tip, focus on having fun rather than what division you're in. Last year, I just focused on getting all my favourite players in the same team. Like, there were some Bristol City players that got Team of the Year, and some old faces, all my favourite old players. I just built a team around that. I had loads more fun last year. Didn't worry about what division I was in. Just concentrated on building a fun team. And my third tip, do your objectives, because you can get really good, decent players and packs just by doing the objectives, which costs £0. So those are my top 3 tips for Ultimate Team.
I like that. Very good top 3 tips. And also as well, something that FC24 has, and if you're sitting at home right now and you haven't played it, this is going to really excite you. You can evolve players. So,
like Pokemon.
Like Pokemon, absolutely like Pokemon. It's kind of like Pokemon meets FIFA. So, FC24, you can evolve players. So, like on old FIFAs, and Sean, you'll know what I mean by this. You would always sort of not really play, you being a Bristol City fan, look, when you're playing Ultimate Team, you're playing against Neymar, you're playing against Mbappe. Bristol City, you're not really going to be able to defend those players. Yeah. Now you can get like a Bristol City player and you can evolve your favourite players in the world to actually be able to compete in Ultimate Team, which makes it loads more fun.
Adds a whole new dimension. My number 2 really fun things you can do offline. One is career mode. Loads of stuff to do on there. They haven't actually added much new stuff to this year's, but I didn't actually play career mode at all on the last version, so everything's probably still new to me. So career mode's really good, and also, as I said earlier, I kind of repeat myself a little bit, but the other fun thing you can do offline, getting your mates round and all playing together to try and win a trophy. And my number 1 top tip of FIFA, everyone get involved with this one, don't play Conor at FIFA. Just don't bother, because all it does is just bring you misery, because he's a little rat who knows all the little exploits to score 40-yard unstoppable screamers, and it does your head in. In fact, Stream It listeners, I know someone out there has got it in them to beat Conor, to silence this man. If there's anyone on Stream It who fancies himself as a bit of a FIFA baller, get in touch. Do me a favour. Do what I cannot do and beat this man at FIFA. Beat this man at FIFA.
funkidslive.com/stream it if you think you can beat me at FIFA. And I am very, very good. Aren't I, Sean?
He's the sweatiest player you'll ever play against.
Sean, really good 5-4-3-2-1 right there. Still trying to work out how that can work as a formation in game, but we can work that out a little bit later. I'd like to go through my 5-4-3-2-1. Do you want to hear him, Sean?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, at 5, I think it's really, 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 really important to establish the type of player that you want to be. Okay, so what I mean by that is, do you play on the wings? Do you play down the middle? Are you a defensive player? Are you good in midfield? I think it's important to know what type of player you are.
Because, is this in real life or on FIFA?
This is on FIFA. Because I tell you what, if you are a player that likes to play on the wings, you like to cross the ball in, you like to have people in the box, it's good to establish that, to invest your coins when you get them into good wingers. Do you know what I mean, though, Sean? It's good to know what type of player you're good at playing at. Do you get what I'm saying?
I always play through the middle, so I always get like really expensive central midfielders.
Really expensive central midfielders. Good to invest in good players. And that is a mistake that kind of, I've made a lot when I first started playing. So for me, I like to play on the wings. In FC24, 2 really good wingers that are affordable, I would say. Ansu Fati. You can also evolve Ansu Fati, can't you, Sean?
Yeah, he's a great show. Great show.
He's a great shout. He's going to be really good. And on the right, I would probably say, and I hate to say it because he's a West Ham player, but Mohamed Kudus. He's very good. He's left-footed. You can cut in, and you can do that really good thing that annoys Sean, which is a little R1 circle from outside of the box. Trust me, it's always going to go in. At 4, best ways to improve a player. Now, I wanted to tap into this because I think this is really, really important. Use the skill games. Now, this is something that I done. This is real technical FIFA play, and this is maybe something that you haven't done much of, Sean. But use the skill games. Like, practice the skill games. That's why they're there. When you're playing football in real life, what are you doing? You know, you're stretching your quads. You're practicing kicking in the goal. Do it with your little humans that are on the screen. You're going to become a better player, don't you think?
Yeah, I just don't have time for that.
Make time. I promise you, on FC24, it will definitely help you. At 3, now I really, really want to mention this. If you haven't got FC24 yet, you've played FIFA for years, I'm sure you maybe have, and you're thinking, what should I look out for? Defending on this game is super hard. It's a lot slower. It's a lot more realistic. You're going to be getting a few yellow cards. You're going to be getting a few red cards too. I've been there. I made a note of this, of one that I definitely have to mention. Learn how to defend. Take your time with it. Play offline, okay? And what I mean by that is then you're not playing online with kids that are really, really good, that may be a little bit better than you because they've had the game a little bit longer. Play offline, learn how to defend, then bring it online, and then you're going to know how to defend that goal of yours. 2, defenders that I would recommend, Nathan Ake at centre-back, really, really strong. And I would say at right-back, Trent Alexander-Arnold, because Sean, remember that game we had the other day? He does quite good crosses, doesn't he? Yeah, he didn't like that.
Yeah, he does. He whips the ball in, and I think, pace at the back is essential so you don't get shredded up by your Mbappes and the Neymars of the world.
Absolutely, yep. And at 2, at 2, I would like to just say one thing here, and Sean did to enjoy it. So what I mean by that is actually use players that you want to use, create the teams that you want to create. So for me, I currently have Kevin De Bruyne at centre attacking midfield in a West Ham shirt. Sean, how good is it when you've got players that are never going to play for your actual team that you love in real life?
I know. I remember just seeing Josh Brownhill used to play for Bristol City in the midfield with David Beckham, and I was like, all is right in the world.
There we go. All is right in the world. So enjoy it. Create that team that you've always fantasized about. You've always thought to yourself, I love David Beckham. And you might be, I don't know, you might be a Norwich City fan. David Beckham's never played there. He's never going to play there. He's retired. You can actually have him in the game, in your kit, scoring goals. Now, that is really, really good. So that is the number 2. So definitely enjoy it. And I would definitely say at 1. Now, this is a little bit more technical, but this is a Conor tip to become a pro. I'm not quite pro, but become a good player. Custom tactics. Now, when you create your team, you're going to know what I mean by this. You can change the tactics of the team. You can create the team to play better on the pitch. Look at custom tactics. I spent a lot of my time playing FIFA, and I never used custom tactics for years. And then I went on Ultimate Team, I changed my custom tactics, and I started winning games. There's a really, really good YouTuber. He is called Inception FC. I recommend him to you. Go and check out his videos. He does really good breakdowns of the best players and really good breakdowns of all your custom tactics. There you go, Sean. I think that I have given the tips to become a pro player, don't you?
Yeah, I reckon so. I think people are going to see their division rankings skyrocket after listening to this podcast.
There we go. Sean, thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
And by the way, funkidslive.com/stream it. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of FC24. If ever you've got any questions, you can just message me. I'll always answer or try my best. Now let's have a look at another game. Pete's got some expertise on Mario 8 for us. Hey, Pete.
Hey, Con, how's it going?
It's good. It's always good. It's always better when you're here. And we've had some really great topics recently. We always have good topics from you. We are going to be chatting Mario Kart 8. And we're going to be getting some good tips from Pete, aren't we?
That's right. We're going to be going from Pretender to Podium.
Oh, okay. Pretender to Podium. Now, I'm a big Mario Kart fan. It's one of my favourite games to play on the Switch. So I'm going to let you just kind of take it away here, Pete, and let us know some tips that you think are really, really important when you play Mario Kart 8.
Sure. So the first most important tip, I think, is you gotta learn how to power slide.
Woo,
because power sliding, that completely changes how you play Mario Kart. It's like power sliding around a corner, for those who don't know. it's like skidding around the corner, and it gives your car a speed boost. So if you master power sliding, you're basically getting a speed boost on every single corner.
Absolutely, and like a little bit of a kind of a bit from me, like the power boosts are kind of key actually. Like Pete, I don't know if you agree with me, but I think like the way to win Mario Kart is to use those power boosts. As much as like getting, the little things that you can use are good, power boosts are key. If you can use them correctly, you're going to be getting wins.
Yeah, like if you take it easy and just drive around the course like you're driving around your neighborhood, then you're not going to win. Especially if you're against someone who's got fire shooting out the back of their car every time they go around a corner. You know
those times that you drive around your neighborhood with a little banana attached to the back of the car? Those times, yeah. Any other tips at all, Pete?
All right, you got to slow down and learn the shortcuts of every course. So every course has a couple of shortcuts on, but usually they're hidden really well. So I say the first time you're on a course, just go for a nice quiet drive, explore the map, find the shortcuts while everyone else enjoys the chaos. And then the next time you race on the course, go full speed on those shortcuts. You'll get to the finish line so much quicker.
And I think Mario Kart 8, that is a really good tip, because I have found with Mario Kart 8, the maps they're super cool, especially the new ones as well. There's some new maps that have come out. And those shortcuts, they're hidden, and some of them are really hard to find. But once you've got them, that with the power slides combined, you're going to be getting top 3, aren't you?
Definitely. It makes the course like half the size. It's just so much faster to get to the finishing line.
So much faster. I'm loving Mario Kart chat. Is there any other tips as well that you think? Any other key bits?
So when you're building your car, after you pick your character, I say always go for high handling and high speed tips if possible.
Oh, okay.
Because handling, that means you can turn and drift really easily. You're not going to go off the edge. You'll be able to turn any tight corners. And speed means you've been hit by a shell, you're at the back of the race. If you've got high speed, you're going to be able to catch up to them pretty quickly, even if they're miles ahead.
Yeah, I guess the handling is... It's funny, actually, because when you see it, and I'm sure you listening at home are like, look, these tips are great, and I'm a big Mario Kart fan. But, the handling is so key, isn't it? It's like, without the handling, actually, it's almost so hard to, even overtake somebody.
Yeah, and when you've got weapons like mushrooms, which give you a speed boost and things like that, it's really easy to just crash into the wall and, shoot off the edge of Rainbow Road, which happens a million times. But if you've got good handling, you're going to be able to turn that corner, even if you're going fast.
That Rainbow Road, it's a tough one. Is there any other tips at all, or are they your top 3?
We got 2 more. So if you're in... The next one is, if you're in first place, just always keep hold of a spare weapon. Even if you think it's a rubbish one like a banana skin and you're just dying to chuck it behind you and hope someone's going to crash into it, just hold on to it, because if someone shoots a shell at you, you can quickly hold that banana behind you and use it as a shield, and you don't get hit by the shell.
Do you know, it's funny you say this. So I've been a Mario Kart fan forever. Played it on all the consoles. I'm a massive Mario Kart 8 fan, and I didn't actually know that was a thing until quite recently. I wasn't aware that you could counter the shells by having a little banana skin. I didn't know that.
Exactly, and when you get when you're in first place, you only ever get rubbish weapons, so it's important to make the most use of them as possible.
Yeah, so how that works as well, just if you are at home and you're thinking of having a little game later, so say you're number 1, okay, and you're first, and you've got the little banana there. Hold it, because if somebody fires a shell, and it comes up at the top, doesn't it, Pete? It lets you know it's on the way to hit you. Yeah. If you get that banana out, you hold it behind you, you don't release it, you just hold it behind you, it just completely gets rid of the shell, doesn't it? So it doesn't send you in the air.
Exactly, and then your mate who shot the shell goes ballistic because they thought they were going to knock you out and win the race, but you've just blown them.
Yeah, you've blown them up with a banana. And the final tip?
Final tip, collect as many coins as possible.
Yeah. I knew this was going to be one of the biggest tips. So good to have the coins, isn't it?
Yeah, so many people think they don't do anything besides unlock new characters, new items for your car, but each coin actually gives you a teeny tiny speed boost. So when you've collected 10 of them, you're actually going quite a bit faster than you were at the start of the race.
Really? I never knew that.
Pro tips, Con. This is where you come for them.
You see, Pete, I was going to invite you to maybe have a little game of Mario Kart, but I do think you'd probably beat me, so...
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too, mate.
Yeah. Well, you're confident. Well, your confidence is making me maybe want to try and beat you. We'll maybe get that sorted for a different day. Pete, really great tips. I think we'll probably come back to this at another stage and get a few more Mario Kart tips. This is a good one.
Oh, definitely. There's so many ways to win in Mario Kart. I could keep going forever.
There we go. Mario Kart 8 tips from our good friend Pete at Meg Mag. Thanks, Pete.
Anytime, Con.
And by the way, if you don't have Mario Kart 8, get it on your Christmas list. It's great. And that's it. If you enjoyed the episode, give us a follow so you don't miss future episodes, and rate the podcast 5 stars too. We're always looking for reviewers to come on the show and tell us their favourite films, why they love them, and also, we are doing gaming specials as well, so you can come on, talk about your favourite game. It could be you on the pod. If you want to get involved with episodes in the future, head over funkidslive.com/stream it. It all happens there. That's also where you can maybe give me a game of FIFA. We'll wait and see. Send me a message telling me all about your favourite things that you want to talk about. I'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.